Verily, I say unto thee, let me tell you a tale of a movie I watched called The Green Knight. I don't know, I just love the movie and I'm ready to talk about it. The Green Knight came out finally after it was delayed during the pandemic. Still a pandemic, but it still came out. David Lowery's The Green Knight, starring Dev Patel, Sean Harris, Alicia Vikander, and it's just a retelling of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, and boy oh boy, let me tell you, I love this movie. So if you've never read the poem by anonymous writer, what are you doing? Why didn't you read it in English class? But also, it's a beheading game, and the Green Knight shows up and he says, whoever hits me once, in a year's time, I'll hit you back with the same force in the same spot. And so Sir Gawain, like an idiot, beheads him. And so he lives with this dread of having to search for and find the Green Knight and get beheaded, basically. And that's the plot of the movie. There's a lot that happens in between those 2 points, the beginning and the end. But let me tell you, it is probably one of the more faithful adaptations, while at the same time telling its own story. Because there's a lot of things left up to the imagination in the poem. And so David Lowery takes that and sort of expands it a little bit into something more modern, into something more foreboding and dread, just full of dread. I mean, oh my God, this movie is beautiful, it's haunting, it is atmospheric, it is everything you love about David Lowery movies. From Ain't Them Bonnie Saints to A Ghost Story, this dude knows how to make a visually appealing movie, and I'm sure he's going to do it for Peter Pan as well. It's just a great retelling of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. I know there's been a couple before. There was a really stinky bad one with Sean Connery as the Green Knight. Watched it as a kid, hated it. But this one is great. Dev Patel as Sir Gawain is just the best. He's so emotive in his acting. He makes it known like that this guy, Sir Gawain, is scared. He's scared, but he's hiding it. He's hiding it semi-well, not really that well. And just the trials and tribulations that he goes through. There's a talking fox. There's giant people. There is all kinds of cool stuff happening here. I just love every moment. Alicia Vikander is great as well. I just love everything she's in. And she crushes it here when Joel Egerton shows up. You know, you gotta enjoy it. Sean Harris, of course, is the dude, King Arthur, and Excalibur shows up. There's Guinevere, can't remember the actress's name, but there's a moment at the very beginning that is just like, oh my God, it gave me tingles. The lighting, the cinematography, the editing, everything. The voice acting. Merlin shows up in this thing and he's creepy as hell. There's a lot of symbolism here. There's a lot of allegories, analogies, everything you could pull from this movie. It is just a wonderful movie. It is probably my most favorite movie of 2021 so far, and that's saying a lot because Judas and the Black Messiah came out this year. It's just taking an old story, the beheading game type story, and it's giving it new life, and it made it more atmospheric, more modern, while at the same time respecting some of the classics like The Seventh Seal and other stuff, but also at the same time just telling a new story. King Arthur in this is just frail and old. He's not the cool King Arthur that you've seen before. Sir Gawain is a coward. It's just flips everything on its head, and I just loved it so much. I would give this, get ready for this, I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10 green sashes around my waist. Yes, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I don't do this often, but I love this movie. It is probably going to be my top movie for a while in 2021. You know, there's a hefty bunch of movies coming out this year because a lot got delayed. If you love David Lowery movies, go watch this. If you love filmmaking and film, go watch this. If you love old English folk tales and you want to see it in a modern twist, go see this. If you love movies, go see this. I love the cinematic experience of this, but if you got the right setup at home and you got the right surround sound or the right headphones, you'll get the same experience. Just turn the lights off, pop some popcorn, pour you a soda, because this movie is one of the best of 2021. It might be one of the best of the decade. I could talk about this for hours, but we're not that type of review channel. Bye-bye.
Un esercito di prodi